home. Namaste. Namaste to everyone. Merry Christmas. And thank you for joining us today for this morning's, let's say, contemplation or meditation. And I have in front of me a large screen with many faces, so I've been looking at those faces that are available for my sight. Thank you for joining. Wonderful, wonderful. And for all of you who are joining, wherever you may be on the planet at this moment, my heart goes out and say thank you for joining. All love on today. And from my perspective, an unending day, a God day, not just a good day, and not especially because it is Christmas, but actually as we proceed inwardly in this morning's time together in meditation, you will come to see what I mean when I say an unending day, a God day. And I'm very happy for this opportunity, you see, to be with so many who are largely pulled towards this journey. We're using the word journey for now, a journey into the journeyless awareness that so many have come to discover is the very heart of being. And so this morning is no exception also. It's not a new start. It's not another chance. It is really the unbroken awareness field before even the first thought arise, or even the first image, to again invite each one whose heart is open to this possibility to come together and again to verify that which is unchanging. And it is a great time for this, because a time as any other time in the world experience where there is so much change, but we know in our own time so many things seem so unstable. But those of you, those of us who have been, I feel fortunate to be acquainted with, and even more so to be somehow somewhat merged in this understanding, this direct experience, will not be so deeply troubled by external events, because from the beginning of the play of phenomenon of the manifest world, the nature of it is changefulness. And changefulness is not a bad thing, of course. It is the dynamic expression of the pure, of the God self, you can say like that. But if that was the only thing available, then of course that would be what we only know. But I feel fortunate are those of you who have come, called by grace, by the grace of your own being, to explore the inner realm of one's own being. And so today we sit here in honor of the Lord Jesus Christ also, who is not just remembered, but revered by beings all over the world, in the highest of the heart's esteem, in great honor to the Christ light, Christ consciousness. So thank you for your attention, for this short time we will have today together. And I am going to just, if I can find, I have my bell here, this is just a signal that we will start our session this morning. It will be perhaps about 30 to 40 minutes or so. And at the end of which you will hear the sound again of this bell, and which only indicates the ending of the session as such. But of course, what you are about to rediscover or to continue to verify, it is timeless. There is no end, nor there was ever a beginning also. So thank you. When we come to again check inwardly, it is not for a feel-good moment. Many times when people come together at occasions like Christmas or whatever celebration, it seems like it's another event. But the realization of the self is not an event. The self is not an event. It is without beginning or end, as many of you have come to see and to verify. Even, we could say, your unbroken experience, or the background to all experiencing. So with that being said, again, thank you for joining, and wonderful to see your beautiful faces, and you feel your presence again, those who I am fortunate enough to have in the room with me at a visual level, and for those of you in the non-visible room for me, wherever you may be, all blessing, all grace be with you, and that this time together will be a deeply significant a point that actually through which one enters into the infinite, the limitless space of the truth. Bless you and thank you. Om. So as we are together in this moment, wherever you may be sitting, I can see already for those who I am in view in my view, you're already sitting quite comfortably, and that's it. Nothing more is asked of you but to remind you to remain alert in your attention. Somewhere along the line you may feel the pull of sleepiness. This is quite common, and especially so because your attention is being called inwardly. I will say inwardly for now, as you will discover that which is beyond inside and outside. So I mention sleep because it can appear to the mind that sleep is just a very restful place, state, and that you are somehow, it is fine. There's a difference between resting and sleeping. But if you feel the pull and you find yourself nodding off, I remind you ahead of time that awareness neither sleeps nor is it awake in the form of the opposite of sleep. It is unbroken. So I am not asking you personally to do something, but in being aware of where my voice is indicating, you realize you need not turn to the left or the right or make any physical demands to understand and to grasp deeply, to allow the words and what they indicate to simply float inside the space of your awareness self. Before any word, even the first word or thought, appear, it must appear inside something which does not appear. And it will be perceived naturally. Any thought, any sensation, however subtle, shows up and is effortlessly appearing in a field of unbroken awareness. There is nothing I'm asking you to visualize, because what I'm speaking is beyond form. But all forms appear in its presence. And you're here. When I say you are here, very often and most frequently, an image of one's own self appears to take acceptance for that when I say you are here. But any sense of one's personal shape or identity is also perceived, meaning you're aware when you say I, and it has any personal connotation, it naturally, there's an awareness, and this is very important, that the awareness is constant. The I blips inside the awareness, and as it blips, it registers in awareness itself. But this I, if it is taken to be personal, it is not stable. Okay? So the sense of one's self personally is also apparent. It is very important to point this out, because we commonly assume, without ever trying to verify, that when you feel I, it is personal, and that the person is the fact of who or what you are. But here I'm saying it is only appearing. And the personal sense also changes, thinking this way or that way, intention, memory, self-image, all of these are appearing in that field of consciousness or awareness, which itself is not changing. So I'll give a little exercise, a little example of this. You are naturally aware. Even before I appeared in front of you, you're aware. You're aware of your body, where you're sitting, of how you feel. All these are sensations appearing in a very still field I call the awareness field. Even with the appearance of my form, that is also perceived in you. Awareness does not have to move to the left or the right. In fact, there's no left or right, up or down, inside or outside, for awareness itself, although these are perceived as movements in the unmoving awareness. I hope this is clear enough for you. If I were to start counting 1, 2, 3, 4, in fact any number, up to 100, 1,000, a million. These are just heard and felt in the awareness. They have no impact upon the awareness itself. Can you see? You see? 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 10, 25, 30, 1,000, 1 million. The awareness has not moved. You can see that, of course. And if we exchange numbers for words or concepts, like this and that, there or here, up or down, or the sky, the moon, the sea, the ocean, cities, all these are naturally perceived in the unchanging awareness field. You can verify this immediately. Such is the nature of truth. You don't have to go to pick up a book to verify this. You don't have to go and turn on some program to explore if this is true. This is the marvelousness of your own consciousness, that it can verify, yes, we have spoken of numbers. How many numbers? They don't affect the awareness as such. This is obvious. And I say, let's exchange numbers for concepts. This, that, you, me, light, dark, standing, sitting, room, house, cities, all these things. See, awareness has not moved. And yet understanding and perception occurs in the space of awareness. This is nothing new. This is not a new philosophy. This is the most simple thing. But I'm asking that you can verify this is true, naturally. Let's put aside numbers and concepts, and let's bring images of angels or demons or flowers or your hand or reflection in the mirror. All these are also perceived effortlessly in the unchanging awareness. So you see, you did not have to do anything to get into awareness. Awareness is there, is here, before even intention, before even identity, because all these appear inside the field we call awareness itself. Of all thoughts, the thought I, the sense I, indicates one's own existence. In deep sleep, you did not have this experience of self or other. You could have gotten married this morning. Come afternoon, we have a wedding celebration. We have honeymoon. You go to bed together. You're asleep with your beloved. You hug each other. Good night. You're going to sleep. Maybe dream first. It's abridged by some dreaming state. In your dreaming state, maybe your beloved is not there with you in dreaming state. Maybe you're on the back of a camel going across the Sahara Desert with lots of friends. So you leave even that state of aloneness with your beloved, and now you're in another state. And then deep sleep comes. And you find yourself, well, actually you're not even aware. You're stateless. There's no sense of your beloved, this beautifully decorated room, wedding, future, nothing is there. Then arises what we call the waking state. When the waking state means the arising of consciousness. When consciousness appears, either simultaneously or soon after becomes one's own awareness of one's own existence. It is contained in the consciousness which creates and gives life to all the pictures that we see, including ourself as the one who is experiencing the life in front of us, like that. You see, you have not moved, you have not done anything special. All this you can perceive naturally. Or you can say, even the act or functioning of perception is occurring totally, spontaneously, and effortlessly. Even the act of perceiving is perceived. In this, I'm going to use the word background for the moment, but soon even that will not be needed. But I simply mean that which is beyond the functioning of perception. I'm going to try and keep it as simple as possible, because we don't need to involve the calculating mind. All that I'm sharing, you can verify immediately. You're simply here. Anything that appears must appear subsequent to your own presence, because you are the one who perceived them. Now, if all that is perceivable now, actually, and potentially must appear in the conscious field, and are seen to be moving, coming and going, arising and falling, appearing and disappearing, that which perceives them, obviously, relative to them, is not moving. And you're here. And you're that. Look, even if I say that you're a person, your history, relationships, relations, your dreams and aspirations are coming up as I use the words. They're coming up and they move, but the weakness of them is unmoving. The sense of your personal identity is also appearing in front of that which is not personal. There's nothing to calculate. It is already so. You're here. It is this here-ness, the unmoving here-ness, the impersonal weakness to all things. We are beginning here. Just coming to identify and recognize that that identifying, that witnessing, is itself done in consciousness and by consciousness. And that the sense of yourself as a person with a personal history, all of that appears and changes and disappears in front of that which is not appearing or disappearing, is already a profound discovering and immediate. If you're following me so far and this is clear for you, naturally, there is a natural spaciousness in your presence. Notice this. You're not trying to be spacious. You're not trying to be aware. Normally, the attention goes quickly to the sense of personhood, and much of our day is lived out in the identity, the self-identity as a person. And it is what we're used to, and actually a chaotic state, unpredictable, even seemingly predictable, repetitive. But now something is pulled back. Even this pulling back is watched in the unmoving space of consciousness. You can see this. When you are aware like this, you will not be easily disturbed by what you see, knowing that what comes and goes is the play of impermanence. Now, if everything that you perceive is a function of duality, very present now, everything we perceive is I perceive this or that, an object, there's a duality. If all these that are possible to perceive are ignored, left aside, if there was nothing to perceive objectively, what remain? Would not even non-perceiving be perceived? You may say, there's nothing here, but even the nothingness is perceived. Even nothingness can appear to be objective for you. I am aware of the sense of nothingness, or the absence of somethingness. Can awareness pay attention only to awareness? Are there two awarenesses for one to pay attention to another? No. You are naturally self-aware now. Even in your natural self-awareness, if objects appear in the field in front of you, you are not disturbed by them, unless you become personal, which is a habit and the outcome of conditioning. Right now, leave everything to appear or disappear, but don't log in to whatever appears. And what is left is your natural self-awareness. Not object awareness now, self-aware. Not two. Actually, not even one. When you are so confirmed in this recognition, look, automatically there is a spaciousness in you. It's indefinable, actually. A lightness. Peace. Yet you are doing nothing at all. These are merely your perfume. I am not asking you to visualize anything at all, nor to imagine. Natural. Not dreaming, not doing, or even undoing. Simply self-aware. Now, of course, you're sitting comfortably. And why not? It's Christmas Day. You can sit comfortably. But your experience right now is not because you're sitting comfortably. Awareness needs no seat, nor a warm room, nor even to be physically alone. It requires no specific conditions or environment. All such things would be naturally perceived. But like the numbers, they are perceived without affecting the root awareness that you are. Do you need some time to think about this? Do you need some time to think about this? Even if you were to attempt to think about it, your very thinking is naturally appearing inside the unchanging, unthinking awareness. Isn't it so? Now the mind might produce a very, very clever thought. What's the use of the awareness? Because that is how the person thinks. Is it useful? What can I use it for? Will it help me to get a better job? So if you're in this state, I will leave you in that state. Enjoy that state. But those of you who are here, continue to pay attention to here. There's nothing to argue. There's nothing to believe. It's not even a call to trust. Why? Direct experience, you see. And look, this gesture, I say direct experience, as though that's a movement. But even that movement is also perceived in unchanging awareness. And it does not matter if you are a believer or a non-believer, if you are religious or irreligious. Why? Because it is fundamental to the nature of all human beings. There's nothing to criticize. There's nothing to change. Nothing to become. There's not even anything to unbecome. Because you did nothing apart from simply give the permission within yourself to look and to verify. You did not need to construct a special environment. I did not ask you, light some candles, put on some incense, wear comfortable clothes, sit in the garden, nothing like that. So no conditions to fulfill apart from your willingness, your openness to look. And this, and I'm giving you no shape to hang on this. This is. If you're listening with your mind will say, this is what? This is what? Because it needs to have a structure. But I'm saying, this is. Here you are, beyond the limitations of personal identity. Are you in a state of hypnosis? I have not swung some pendulum in front of you. I'm not speaking in a particular voice. I'm not throwing magic powder on the screen. What have you done? Any definition of yourself is an unnecessary construct at this moment. Can you be more of this or less than this? Is anything fundamentally missing in your non-phenomenal perceiving? Look. Do you need some time for this? Here is timelessness. Here, what season is it in this? When did this begin? And can it end? Beyond beginnings, duration, and ending. For such things are only showing up on the screen of consciousness, which is always moving, and observed from the place of the unchanging. You may verify. In recognizing this, you may feel a feeling of some sleepiness, but that is also perceived. It is not the outcome of awareness. And it's nothing to attend to. Do you have to be very still? Do you have to watch your breathing? Slowly now, slowly now. Don't lose the awareness. Oh, be careful. Does any of these things matter at all? What about if you did a handstand? Those of you who can. I can't do it. Will awareness become upside down? And what if suddenly, whoosh, was awareness frightened? Was awareness caught off guard? No. Actions, reactions, interactions happen spontaneously in the non-happening awareness. I'm going to postpone words for a few moments. Soak inside your own awareness. Can you drift away from your own awareness? Or is this a familiar tendency of the mind to lapse again into personal states. Yes, it can happen, but can it happen outside of awareness? Is there a special way to sit? A much more auspicious asana? To be more aware? Is there a certain behavior to be more aware? Can you be more aware or less aware? What does 65% awareness look like? Are you dead? Or fully alive? Boring, boring. Bored or entertained? Let's try a little exercise. Just for 1 minute. Try to be not aware. Is awareness an action or inaction? What is the point, anyway? Of what value it is to come to such a recognition? Value, valuable, or not valuable are states, concepts, again in the changeful field of mind. Here you're beyond, but not beyond as in some place beyond, not in terms of distance, but in subtlety. Now even the act of perceiving is perceived. Are you stoned? Can you describe? Or is there even the energy to bother trying to describe? Is it describable? And yet, if I could throw you an apple, you would still catch it? Or would it, oh no, because I was just only aware? Actions, reactions, interactions function spontaneously in the awakened being. White, black, yellow. What are these for you? male, female, Christian, Muslim, Hindu, Buddhist, atheist, philosopher. What are these for you? Here, knowing and being are one. Is this a call to inertness, to laziness? Is this cursing the world, or becoming super special, or raising one's self-esteem? Nothing like this. In fact, you will return the natural beauty that belongs to the world. A great love is blossoming inside your heart. A deep peace is here without arriving. Yes. Oh, you may disagree or agree. What difference does it make to awareness? And when did all this begin, by the way? Oh, maybe half an hour ago? Oh, what time is it in awareness? In a short while, I'll be off screen. You may hear the sound of a bell. Awareness is finished. Can we have some more awareness? Can we have another appointment, Mooji, to have some more awareness? I need a topping up of awareness. Oh, Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. Oh, what time zone are you in? What is this to awareness? I am rich. He's poor. Oh, this guy is really strong. Oh, I'm not good enough. What is this to awareness? How beautiful you are, beyond even shape. What kind of beauty is this? But Mooji, I'm waiting for the juicy part. I mean, for the wow factor. Are we going into another stage of the wow factor of awareness? I don't have a wow factor. I don't even have a now factor. I'm sorry to disappoint you. How meaningful. take another moment of rest with you. Rest inside your own awareness. Oh, it's a private matter, sorry. No, your own awareness. My English is not the best. Oh, you're not happy enough? Let's see what I can do. Still not good enough? Something to prove or disprove? Oh, for those of you who are getting closer to the awareness, speed up a little bit. Almost there. God loves you, but not you. No, not you. You're not enough awareness yet. My words are not words. When I was 16 years old, maybe 17, what does it matter to awareness? Oh, well, in the future I would like to travel to Brazil. What is that to awareness? No, because when I reach there, I'll be more aware. But before I want to go to Kailash, I'll be top awareness. Tops awareness. Then I'll be perfect. Perfect, imperfect, loss, found, success, failure. What are these for you? Your nature is freedom. There is no Maya for you. So I will leave you soon. You have far better things to do. And inshallah, I'll see you again soon. Where can I go? What tricks can Maya play on you? Can he throw into hell? Can he throw you into hell now without your cooperation? Send me your resume. I'll evaluate you. Merry Christmas and happy Now Here. All this is His love dancing. You're dancing. I love you. As I indicated earlier at the beginning of this wonderful opportunity to be with you today, I said at the end, you'll hear the sound of the bell. It will only mean the end of this session and nothing else. Nothing more than that. Glory to God, the Supreme Self. Blessed is this grace for coming to see this and to realize this inside your heart, inside our heart. Everlasting life, peace, bliss. Total contentment. Amen. And just last thing, just in case the awareness begins to wear off, I'm trying to develop an ointment to send you. Okay? All right. Oh. Thank you.
Shivam Shantam Advaitamanandarupam Shri Gurum Namami. Shivam Shantam Advaitamanandarupam Shri Gurum Namami. Achyutananda Govindam Satchidanandarupam Shri Gurum Namami. Achyutananda Govindam Satchidanandarupam Shri Gurum Namami.